Is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Monday, February 1st. I'm Jeff here with my friends Stephanie and Brandon.
Woo.
You know what February 1st means, right?
What's it mean?
First of all, Black History Month kicking off, right?
Yep.
Second of all, dry January is over for me.
Yep.
I already had 4 beers.
Third of all,
What's third?
What?
what's Sunday?
Ooh, well, it's not the whole month though.
But
I get where you're going.
you know,
It's Super
come
Bowl
on,
week.
Super Bowl
It's
week.
Super Bowl
Thank you.
week. It's
Thank
game
you.
week.
Like,
It's
I
game
should have worn
week.
my ring this week.
You should have.
Tomorrow I'm gonna wear my ring.
Bring it in.
My ring
That's
all week.
awesome. Do
All
that.
week. I'm gonna do
That'd
that.
be cool.
For you, DBL Nation.
I like
Only
it,
for
Brandon.
you.
I like the vibes.
Very cool.
And Stephanie's
Guess
wearing color?
I'm wearing colour for once, and I'm really super psyched because everyone got a Christmas mug on the panel
I
from
didn't.
the lovely Monarch Graphics, Michelle, and mine broke in the post.
Thanks,
and
Michelle.
I'm really thrilled that I got it.
I gotta
so.
bring. Wait, Brandon, you didn't get a mug?
I didn't get a mug, Michelle.
You did, didn't you?
I think you did.
You did.
You definitely did.
I got a mug, Michelle. I just haven't seen it yet. Thank you.
There you go. Turn that frown upside down. All right, let's get to some
All right.
stories. Olivia Newton-John says she has no plans to get the coronavirus vaccine. The actress, who is 72, is currently battling stage 4 breast cancer. And in an interview with the Herald Sun, Olivia said she will not be getting the vaccine at this point, even though she is eligible. During the interview, her daughter Chloe claims she is not an anti-vaxxer, but said she's against putting mercury and pesticides into her body, which she said are in many vaccines. That's what she said. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I want to look more into that. It is not true, by the way. We just heard from the booth.
Yeah.
Chloe went on to say she no longer has trust in doctors and that real medicine comes from the earth. I wanted to make sure I clarified that while I was reading it,
Yeah.
because a lot of these, I hate to even classify, I guess I will, anti-vaxxers believe that all these pesticides, mercury, all these things are in vaccines, and it's not true.
Yep.
But people keep perpetuating that fact, right? Which is very dangerous on social media.
Go ahead.
No,
Stephanie.
I was going to say, I think in obviously Olivia's case is the fact that she has been battling with cancer for a long time, and she might be cautious of the side effects of the vaccine, that coming into contact with treatment that she may be having, or how she's trying to get better herself. So I understand why she doesn't maybe want to do it, but that doesn't mean, I think everyone should research it for themselves and work out what's right for them. Just because Olivia Newton-John doesn't want to take it doesn't mean the rest of the population, or if you're not pregnant or undergoing other treatments, whatever, doesn't mean it's not right for you,
Yeah.
Agreed.
But that's why they need to do a better job with the disclaimers out there and keep that to just saying, hey, my mom has been battling stage 4 breast cancer since 2017. She feels as though the medicine is making her feel worse or something, and just throw that disclaimer out for them, because when we start having celebrities speak on these things and say these things, in the words of Jeff, there's some Yahoo out there that's going to listen and be like, oh, that's Sandy from Greece. If she says it, then it's got to be law. So it's a little dangerous when we're coming out and we're saying these things, especially as celebrities. So I get what she's saying. I'm all about holistic medicine and holistic living, but then I also understand that there are certain things that medicine does help, chemical imbalances, and there are certain diseases that a medicine can help. So just I get it, but please throw that disclaimer.
Right. I think people are very quick to jump on that wagon of, I'm not putting that in my body. Even though they smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, they're not putting that in their body. I just had this conversation with a friend over the weekend. That's why I'm saying that. I'm not throwing stones at anyone who does smoke or doesn't smoke. But I'm like, you're not going to get the vaccine? I'm like, you could get it if you want, right?
But
they smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. I'm like, you smoke it, that doesn't bother you? And they're like, no, I'm not putting all that stuff in my body, right? And I was like, okay, just do your research, right? I think the biggest what's the word I'm looking
for?
No. Like the biggest vaccine ad you could have. That's not the word I'm looking for.
That's not it.
Anyways, I'm off to kicking the dirt off my tires on a Monday. Is the fact that you can't get it. I think people want things that they can't have, and the fact that everyone can't have the vaccine is the biggest. What's the word I'm looking for?
I understand. It's like the goal. It's like a motivating goal or whatever it is.
Is the best thing for the vaccine.
I only have Ebonics words for you. I was going to say stunt. We live in a flaunt culture. So if it's like, hey, look at me. I'm on my Instagram. I got a $500,000 Lamborghini with a tiger out of it. Is the same as saying like, hey, I got the vaccine when not everyone can get the vaccine. It's the flaunt culture.
That's a good one, but I was still thinking of the word in my head. I couldn't think. What do you call like a pro? Like you're pro something. Like you're a big supporter of the team.
The advocate. You're an advocate, ambassador.
Oh, proponent. That's what I was looking for.
There we
I had
go.
proponent.
Okay.
In the tip of your tongue.
Hi, I'm Jeff, and my vocabulary is not wide. All right, it looks like the pandemic will be a part of the plot line in the new Sex and the City series. In an interview with Vanity Fair, Sarah Jessica Parker revealed that the reboot will be tackling the coronavirus issues. She said since the pandemic was such a big event in New York City, the show will examine how it affected the characters and their relationships. I guess everyone could identify with that, right? The new series is set to begin production in late spring, but as we know, Kim Cattrall will not be returning as Samantha. I think we can all relate to this type of scenario, especially what we went through the last year.
I mean, okay, I'm in two minds about this. First of all, I love Sex and the City, and I'm thrilled that it's coming back. With or without Samantha, will it be a success? We'll have to wait and see. I'm really wanting escapism right now. I don't want to see the same thing that I'm living, that every single person in the world is living. Oh, we're indoors, it's coronavirus, it's the pandemic. I would rather than wait, hold off with production, and come back with Sex and the City as I know it. I mean,
really?
We're all struggling right now. We're all communicating via FaceTime or with text messages. We're not able to meet up. Half of Sex and the City was the girls going out and living life in New York. So, I mean, they're all married, they've all got kids, and they're all stuck at home. No wonder Samantha don't want to come back.
But Stephanie, we saw shows like Blackish. We saw shows like The Connor tackle COVID-19. People watch that and they realize, yes, I'm going through it, but it felt good to see some of their favorite actors, and it felt good to see a representation of them. So I'm thinking, but maybe women who had to FaceTime for dates, maybe the guys who couldn't go out and get their machismo on, maybe they do want to see this because it represents a piece of them and what they had to go through.
I get that, but all of these characters are in really serious relationships, and apart from obviously Carrie, the other two, Miranda and Charlotte, have got children. So I mean, we already know all of these plot lines. What else are they going to bring? So I'm curious, like, how are they going to pull this off and keep it riveting? Because I'm a big fan, and I'm pressing the snooze button before it's even bloody began.
Well, you make a good point, but how about the comfort in that, knowing that like your favorite?
I don't need any comfort. I have to speak to my friends and family every day, all going through the same thing. I don't want to watch my favorite character go through it too.
But I'm talking about people at home. They're going through this. So I want to know what life is like in New York City during COVID. Obviously, I've been there before, but I don't know life during COVID.
Okay.
Maybe I'm drinking a little bit too much at home. I'm having too much wine. Maybe they are too. Maybe I could relate to that character. Maybe they put on a couple pounds. This jacket doesn't even fit. I'm gonna unbutton it.
Oh.
Maybe they did too. Maybe it's something in the comfort of that.
But they've not even fully started production yet. It was like a teaser of like New York that they've done. So by the time that this all comes out, the next movie or series or whatever it's going to be, we will hopefully be out of this. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to move on with my life post-COVID when we get the vaccine and life moves on. I don't want to be reminded of it a year down the line.
But if they don't address it, they're going to get stuff for not addressing it, right? Like, who are these people? They lived in New York City in 2000 and they didn't address the COVID issues?
I guess
They're so, brainless to the world. Yeah. My vocabulary is like off the charts.
It's today. Monday, Jeff. It happens.
It happens. Let's just get this last story out.
All right.
Halle Berry is teaching her 7-year-old son to challenge gender stereotypes. During a virtual panel discussion on women breaking barriers, Halle said she's been educating her son about perceptions of sex and gender since he was 5 years old. Take a look.
I see how he's taught to feel like he is superior at 5 than girls are. And I'm having to painfully break that down for him and really give him a new perspective and make him challenge those thoughts and ask him to identify where that comes from and if he believes that or not, and challenge what he's just sort of subconsciously getting from somewhere.
Love it.
Interesting combo.
Absolutely love it. I just think, not to make it about myself, but when I was a kid, I loved the color pink. Absolutely loved it, but wouldn't wear it. Felt like I wasn't a man or I wasn't being a boy because I loved pink. It wasn't until the rapper Cameron came from Dipset and was wearing pink furs all the time where I'm like, wow, now I feel like because a rapper is wearing it, now I can wear pink.
What about Kanye? They thought the pink polo would hurt the rock.
But Cameron's a lot harder, hardcore than Kanye. So, I was thinking,
I got you. I'm
if a hardcore rapper can do it, I'm wearing pink. But fast forward to now, I'm an uncle. And a lot of people were giving my nephew a lot of flack because he's great in football, but he loves dancing. And people were like, oh, you shouldn't be in that. You shouldn't be in that musical, or you shouldn't. They're making fun of him because the star football player at 13, 14 years old wants to dance in musicals. I'm saying, go do it. Go have a great time. That doesn't make you less of a man. So I love the fact that she's doing that. And just think of how that toxic masculinity that kids are taught. You don't want I don't want my nephews and my little brothers and stuff growing up like that with that mindset that they should treat women this way or they have to act a certain way because they're a man. Absolutely hate that. I'm glad Halle Berry is doing that.
I'm with you, Brandon, there quickly, real fast. That was my hesitation in high school. I'm like, man, I want to be in a play, but I played football. It doesn't go hand in hand, right? And I was ignorant in that fact, right? Now if I could go back to crying. Real men don't cry. Man, crying is the best thing to just get things off your chest as a man.
Get it out,
so all those things that I've learned and went through that I knew were wrong and they were stereotypes, I'm going to teach my kids. I thought, I think doing a play or something like that would be great. I know I got to go, but that'd be great for my kids if they're not in sports. Man, get into theater, get into music, get into things like that. The arts. There we go. Whew, it's a rough Monday. Coming up on DBL, I'm talking to McLovin actor Christopher Mintz-Plasse. What does he really think about his famous character? And next, we're giving you a sneak peek at the Super Bowl commercials that are getting a ton of buzz already.
Closed captioning provided by
To DBL, we are 1 week away from the big game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But next Sunday is not just about football. Big name brands are shelling out more than $5 million for his 30-second commercial. We all know that. We have an early look at some heavy hitters in this year's ad showdown, starting with Uber Eats, who is reviving an iconic duo. Let's check it out.
2020, man, that was a great year. Not. Yeah, it really sucks.
It sucked donkey.
Good one. We just wanted to say that we'll see you soon for the game, which for legal reasons cannot be named.
Guess who else was ahead of the game?
Who?
My sons. Check out what they were for Halloween.
No.
Oh, look at that.
Cuties. No, I love that.
Where's the licorice?
I don't know, man. Give me a break. There's a guitar in there.
See, I'm the social media comments.
All right,
Where's
there
the
you are. I
licorice?
know, pointing out to me. But what do you guys think? Do you guys remember Wayne and Garth?
Yeah, oh my gosh,
You
I
make me
love
feel
it.
like so old.
No, I love it. Like, I remember you saying when they pull down from the middle of the car and they're eating the sweets. And
Yeah.
I love the really hot chick that would play the guitar and was super sexy. What was her name now?
I know exactly. I could picture her
So
name. I could
cute.
picture her face.
Loved her.
can't-
But no, I think that was awesome. I'm a big fan of that one.
Can't wait
All
to
right.
see that commercial.
All right, let's check out some more. Bud Light also points out that 2020 was a sour year. I think I know where they're going.
2020 was a lemon of a year.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I love you.
January, February, into March and April.
Was that a sour beer ad or just lemon? I thought they were going with a sour beer ad.
They already have Bud Light Lime, so what's the point of Bud Light Lemon?
Maybe they're doing the seltzers?
The last thing I want to see is another seltzer, okay? White Claw, this is the only seltzer out there. The last thing I want to see is another seltzer. Please, no.
All right. Are you into the seltzer stuff?
I don't mind it. You actually gave me my first seltzer.
I love them. I'm a big fan.
We filmed at a barbecue, like, what was that, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, a long time ago.
Yeah,
Remember?
you know what we were talking about wearing pink? You know what the new pink is?
Seltzer.
Drinking seltzers.
White Claws.
Yeah, if I drink a seltzer and enjoy a delicious seltzer in the daytime, I'm that guy.
There you
I'm
go.
that guy who drinks seltzer.
That advert
Brandon
was
just
lame,
made me that
though.
guy. By the way, Tia Carrera is
That
who
was
you
the
were
lady I was thinking of.
That's who you're
Absolute
thinking of.
babe.
Okay, of course, there's always a few weird ones, commercials, in the mix, like Tide's newest ad. Let's check that out.
Hey, you have to wash Jason Alexander hoodie.
It looks clean to me.
Is it though?
Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly.
You don't like that one? No,
No.
I'm gonna. If you guys don't know this answer, I'm gonna be very disappointed. What character did he famously play?
Jason Alexander?
Yeah, come on, guys. I thought you were my friends.
Phone a friend. Give us something. Like, give us-
Seinfeld? What was his character in Seinfeld?
Didn't watch
Neither
it.
of you?
know I didn't watch it. You know that. You bring this up all the time. You know I don't watch
Oh,
that.
George Costanza.
Thank you. Did someone give you that in your ear?
No, I was thinking, hello, Newman. I was thinking Newman at first, but it's George Costanza, who Larry David wrote the whole thing, the whole Seinfeld thing off
That wasn't. Listen, you were going for extra credit.
Okay, all right.
You just didn't get the question right. All
Do you
right.
not think that advert was just gross, though? Does that not just make you feel sick? I don't want to see that.
Wow. All right. Tell us how you really feel, Steph. All right. Let's get this last one in. Michelob Ultra. They coming out with some great seltzers too. What? Oh, they corrected me in my ear when I'm already having a bad day, and they were wrong. I'm putting you guys on blast. Michelob Ultra wants to tug on your heartstrings this year with their inspirational commercial. Check it out. Jameson.
What if we were wrong this whole time? Wrong in thinking that joy happens only at the end. After the sacrifice. After the commitment. After the win. What if happiness has always been there?
Now that's the kind of advert I want to see.
There you go.
I don't want to see chewing gum on a skanky old jumper. I want to see winners.
All right, we're ending on a high note. Coming up on DBL, funny man Christopher Mintz-Plasse. He's putting on a puppet show on Comedy Central. But what does he really think about McLovin getting all the love? That's next.
We all know.
Welcome back to DBL. So much has happened since the world was introduced to the character McLovin from the movie Superbad, one of my all-time favorites. I caught up with actor Christopher Mintz-Plasse to find out more about his latest project in today's Chatting with the Stars. Christopher Mintz-Plasse, welcome to DBL. Now, let's just address the elephant in the room that is McLovin, because I gotta ask, man, do you ever get tired of being recognized as McLovin from Superbad?
Honestly, if there was one thing that came out of this pandemic that was okay, it was taking a year off of staying home and not getting screamed McLovin on the street. But honestly, man, it's really sweet. It's really nice. People love the movie and they love the character. So it's great. I love having conversations about it with people.
Yeah, I got one more question before we get to your wild-looking new Comedy Central series. I met you actually in like 2015, 2016 on the sideline of an Ole Miss football game. Do you remember being at that game? I was just kind of wondering why you were there.
Absolutely. Yes, I went with my buddy Nick Braun to an Ole Miss game because we had a mutual friend who lived out there and just said going to an Ole Miss game is one of the craziest. Just the atmosphere is insane out there, so we flew it. That's crazy that we met.
I met you on the sidelines, and Brooks from Brooks and Dunn was there, and it was a wild, crazy atmosphere. And I remember meeting you, and I was like, I wonder if he remembers that experience.
Oh yeah, it was a delight.
Absolutely, what a great experience. Let's get to your new series on Comedy Central, Blark and Son. Listen, why are people going to love this series other than you're in it?
I think it's, there's not many puppet shows out there right now that, it's got a real good message of a father and son trying to find a common ground together. And it's got a great, unique cast. It's got Donald Faison, Jim Rash, Justin Roiland, Jane Lynch is in the new season, and I think we got really great joke writers from shows I've worked on. We brought them on, and I think the show just has such a cool, unique, special look to it. I think people are really gonna like it.
Do you get to see the other actors like Jane Lynch? Do you get to work with them, or this being a puppet kind of featured show, do you kind of do your own thing and you don't see the other actors?
Yeah, especially with what's going around with COVID right now, no actors saw each other. No one worked in the same room. In the original, when pre-COVID in season 1, Ben and I, who voices Blark, him and I would do all our scenes together in the same room, which brought a really good chemistry out. But just for safety reasons, nobody saw each other this year.
Christopher, thank you so much for joining us here on DBL and DBL Nation. You can catch new episodes of Blark & Son on Comedy Central's social media platforms. We'll be right back, everybody.
Definitely, yeah.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
back to DBL. We only have 10 seconds. I was yelling at them and not watching Seinfeld. You got a crush on Mayim Bialik.
Yeah, her and Topanga from Boy Meets World.
Ooh, we'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place with more Inside Scoop.
Thank you.